bring the little blur-ons, Charlie. The little blur-ons. They're going to show you the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden.
And I'm Casey. Special guest today.
Special gas, literally. No, special guest Casey is here today. And he's just ready to have a good old time. So
we're ready to try a couple new things here. We got a lot to show you tonight.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of stuff to go on here.
Go ahead, keep going.
Okay, so first off, I helped Holden brew a beer over the weekend, or was it 2 weekends ago
now? Yeah.
And it's a Maple Walnut Brown Ale.
Yes,
and
it is.
It is wicked tasty.
It is fantastic.
It's just a really good. It's not too dark, but like it's still got that rich body.
Hey,
and it's just a good, refreshing beer. And then, okay, he's got to go take care of Murtaugh. Then we have a couple samples from Tom Morrow, right?
Tom Morrow. Mr. Tom Morrow from the Limestone Farms Distillery. So we have 4 samples from him. I think that he thinks he sent us 5, or he meant to send us 5, but there's only 4 in the box.
Yeah, we only got 4.
So we're gonna be doing these 4. And it's gonna be an honest review. He sent it to us free. And he just said he wants an honest review. No, don't sway our votes just because they were given to us. He wants honest feedback is what he's looking for. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, along with the review of this beer that we made. So we'll get into the beer first because he wanted us to have these open up. So what we'll do is I'm just gonna pour them in this order from that way to that way.
Are you pouring half of it or just a little bit of it?
I'm not gonna do quite half because I want to have a little bit left over just in case. Just a nip left.
We'll get into what these are in a little bit here. Like you said, we just want them to open up real fast.
Yeah,
because that's what he had suggested.
Indeed. So
you can get into this beer though.
Yes, let's say hi to the people. Got to say hi to the crew.
Yes, true.
Mr. Peter White. Peter is here. Says cheers, everybody, with the happy boy emoji. Peter, hey man, welcome to it. Glad to see you here as always.
Sugar Kitty.
Sugar Kitty is also here. Says meow.
Yeah, you too.
Meow back, Mr. Meow Mix, Mr. Meowgy.
Oh.
So yep. Let's see. Derek Whiting is here. Says cheers, everyone. Derek, my man, welcome to it, Mr. DJD Rec. How are you this evening? Are you streaming from work, from home, from Station 1, where Lauren is? By the way, guys, Lauren, if you guys are wondering, is actually working tonight at the brewery. So that's where she be. Dan Bino's here. Says cheers, Bino, in the house. Bino.
Cheers, Bino.
Welcome to it. All right.
We got Bike and Bourbon in the chat this early.
Bike and Bourbon. Howdy, folks. Cheers. Hey, man. Well, welcome to it. You're early today, huh?
Cheers.
Love to see you here. Fort Lee Whiskey is also here. Says cheers, everyone. Having a pour of Old Cumber and making Irish cream cookies.
Oh, man, that sounds fantastic.
I could go for some Irish cream cookies. But Stacy, welcome to it. Cheers to you. All right.
Queen of Irish desserts.
And whiskeys. To be fair.
True.
To be fair. It's been a while since I did a nice to be fair. To be fair.
Yeah, the people thought we got rid of that, but we're not on the to be fair counter yet.
Yep, it never fails. All right, so what we have here is Casey and I decided to brew Maple Walnut Brown Ale. So the kind of reasoning behind the choice of like brown ale. Brown ales typically already have a little bit of a nut note, and so a lot of people will do a nut brown ale. And I was thinking with the like Thanksgiving coming up and like fall, I always think like maple syrup. I always think like maple walnut. I always think of like I don't know. It's just kind of what I think, maple walnut, whatever. So we decided maple walnut brown ale couldn't be bad.
It isn't. It's really not disappointing at all.
No, it smells great. So the process of this was kind of like we did a typical brown ale mash, and then we roasted the walnuts in the oven for like about a half an hour or so, and then dabbed them off with some paper towel. Try to get as much of the oils out because if you guys don't know, the fatty oils, when you get nuts in beer, kind of disrupts the head retention that beer has, and it kind of makes like less head. So, so we had to dab off, try to get as much of those oils out of the nuts as we could, and then we put the nuts in right around the 30-minute mark?
No, 20 minutes.
20-minute mark?
20 minutes.
Yeah, we just put them in a bag, cheesecloth,
Cheesecloth,
hung it in there.
Yeah, and kind of hung it in
20
there.
minutes left in the boil. That's when we added it. And then the maple syrup got added as flame up. So you turn off the heat right before it's done, and you pour in a whole bottle of maple syrup and stir it in.
There isn't too much of a maple note on this, but you do get a little bit of sweetness, but it's not like overpowering. Like if you have had some like stouts or porters like have maple in them, they want to like some of them want to punch you in the face with it, and this one's not like that at all.
No, I definitely think next time we might add a little bit of maple to the keg.
Oh yeah.
Or after we're done. But it was hard to determine because we didn't want it to be sweet. We wanted it to be a little sweet, like a hint of maple, but we also wanted that that walnut note to show through, which it does. I do believe the walnuts is very prominent.
It's fantastic, actually.
So yeah, overall I think it's really good. But let's go ahead and get on the notes. Let's do an actual tasting of this guy here. There's definitely a good malty aspect to it. You can tell it's dark and it's got some like roasty notes. Honestly, I almost get a little bit of like a coffee in here.
Mm-hmm. It almost smells like if you were to have like coffee grinds, like what's left over in the bag.
Right. Yes.
That smell.
Yep. The nice moist like coffee grounds. Other than that, it's just a pleasant nose. It's a little bit of hop aspect in but not like fruity hops, I guess. Maybe not hop aspect. I'm thinking of like the bitterness. I just drank it, so. But no, I do get some of that roasted nut in there too. That roasted walnut.
Yeah, 100%. There's quite a bit of that in here actually. That's probably the most powering.
It's very prominent for sure.
But I mean, if you like roasted nuts.
Hey, if you like nuts, which this could be for you. So on the palate, what are you thinking?
It's a little bit sweet right as it hits your tongue, but then it just kind of slowly fades away and grows into a more rich, flavorful profile of all the walnut and the hops from the brown ale. I think that it's pretty darn rich for actually being considered a ale.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely got it's got great mouthfeel and body, and it's like that nut note is there, and it does have that little bit of sweetness up front, but the hop characteristics on the back end, it's really well balanced with the bitterness to sweetness ratio. It's perfectly mended together. I think we did a really, really good job on this.
I think if we could just recreate this, and if you ever do open up a brewery,
yeah, keep talking.
I think if we ever could recreate this over and over again, I think it'd do really well at a brewery. If happened to open one.
Chateau Bow Wow. Hey.
We should just shut the door.
Yeah. Usually if I just hey. So So Lauren and I, our house almost burned down today.
What?
Just kidding. Not really. But we did have a power outage. Oh. And I don't know if you have Jared Chef Check on Snapchat, but somewhere, it had to have been somewhere near us. This, let's see if I can find it here, is what it looked like. Let's see. I'll show you guys too.
Well, that's fantastic. That's nice.
Just exploding power lines.
Oh, that's good.
So I'll cover your face once. Oop. Not exactly sure where that is. I just know it's near our house and that our power went out today. We got a notification from WPS saying your power is out. So that being said, that was a fun experience.
You will have that.
You will have
Probably
that.
from all the wind today and knocking down trees and hitting power lines. And
True. Lots of things could happen, but I digress.
squirrels.
Squirrel. Holden and Lauren have my ice cream cookie recipe. Yes, we do. We made them. You might have even eaten one.
That was really unfortunate.
You might have eaten one. I think you actually might have.
I don't remember that. I feel like I would remember that. I feel like that's something I would remember, you know?
I think you did eat it. I think you did.
What did you make?
A while ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would.
2 years ago? Year and a half? A year.
The only thing I
don't know.
remember is bread pudding. You know why? Because I get it like every half a year.
And it's always from me. And it's always just Stacy's recipe. That shit's gas. Sipping on my new 13th Colony cast strength rye.
That sounds pretty damn good.
Ooh! Oh wait,
I wanna
are you
try
guys still on vacation?
I want to try some 13th
Or are you back?
Colony.
They went to 13th Colony.
In Georgia?
Yep, they're just on vacation. They might still be on vacation.
Taylor's in Georgia right now, or well, she's going to Georgia tomorrow. Where is 13th Colony Distillery?
Man, good question. That'd be a question for Mr. DJ D-Rec. Sure, he says it may just be me, but I can vote for more head and less of your nuts in the beer. It may just be me, but I can vote. Oh, well, you know what? My nuts add quite a unique flavor, though.
It's true.
Teabag stout. True. The beer sounds wonderful. I may have to stop by. Come on over. So, beer is good. It is really good. I think it's hard because this is my fourth beer. Casey's first. So we've had 2 Oktoberfests, a Munich Dunkel, and this. And I know which one's my least favorite. It was the Hoptoberfest Light, which was also my first beer.
Yeah.
To give in. But between the next 3, the good Oktoberfest, the Munich Dunkel, and this, I have trouble
I don't know.
picking one.
I did like the that sounds bad. I really like the Dunkel, and I really like the Oktoberfest, and I also do really like this. So
I think if I were to rank them, I really liked the Oktoberfest. If I were to rank them, I think I'd go Hop Light, the first one. Then I would go the Dunkel in third, and then I would go my good Oktoberfest.
then that's
Either this tied with my good Oktoberfest, or
I think you'd have to catch me on like what day.
I know the Munich Dunkel was really good, but I only ever wanted like a glass of it at a time.
Oh fuck no! Yeah, I could drink the shit out of that. I don't know.
We did crush it a lot.
Yeah, we killed 2 kegs in one day, didn't we?
Yeah,
I mean,
damn near.
you know.
Yeah, it was like boom, boom, keg gone.
This is gonna be on fast too, which is
I already got 2 growlers out.
which is fucking sad.
Crazy. And everyone who's drank it has liked it. So, well, I mean, pretty much.
We need to save some for Taylor. She needs to try.
Derek says we are back, and I may have snuggled you a bottle home.
That's fantastic.
Ooh, Mr. Derek, you're
Great.
so kind, puppy.
Great job on you, Derek.
I appreciate that. That's what I appreciate about you.
He's only gonna want.
What is the
couple
ABV
samples.
on the beer? It's a 6% on the dot. It came out at like 10:58, I think, for starting gravity, and down to 10:09. So that's it's about 6% alcohol, 6 to 6.2.
It doesn't taste like it.
Smuggled a bottle home. Damn autocorrect. So you're telling me you didn't ride home with the bottle like this?
Snuggle.
Snuggling it? I'm disappointed. I thought it was going to taste better from the extra love. How big a keg are we talking? How much do you brew in a batch? 5 gallons. So about 40 pints, like 40, 60-ounce pints. 16, fuck. 5 gallons, which is 40, 16-ounce pints, like a full pint glass. or like 60 12 ounces.
Isn't a growler 64 ounces?
Yeah, I think so. It's like 4 pints. Yeah, 4 pints.
So we're already halfway through that keg, is what you're saying. Damn near.
No,
After-
it makes 40 pints.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Like the amount that we've drank it
That's
and
true.
the growlers.
I'd say we're at least a gallon and a half in.
I would say we're probably over 2.
2?
I'd say we're probably over 2. You're probably over 2.
We're gonna make another one maybe this weekend. We'll see. Hey, Gochi Loyang.
Whoa.
She's my academic advisor for school.
Yoshi.
Gochi.
No, Yoshi.
Gochi.
Yoshi. From like Mario?
Yoo-hoo! Anyway. Alright, Yoshi, get out of here. I can't click.
Peace.
There we go. Robin Whiting is here, says cheers everyone. Robin Whiting, welcome to it. 13 Colony is in Americus, Georgia. Americus? A few hours south of Atlanta.
I feel like they tried to make it America, Georgia, but their southern accent got in the way. It's Americus.
It's Americus, Georgia. Hell yeah, brother. You're watching the Cletus McFarland YouTube channel. No, you're watching the Bourbon Bar YouTube channel.
You're watching. Never mind.
So it's the typical 6-tel. I'm going to take your word for it, Sugar Kitty. Casey says they're considered, what do you call them, half barrel? Or what do you call them? The 25-gallon corny kegs? You always called them something from when you delivered beer.
So I don't think
Or
I'd
a
call
quarter
it.
keg?
I don't think I'd call those 6 barrels. Maybe I would. I don't know. I don't know how many gallons are in a 6 barrel. But no, that was Josh that called them something different. I never delivered those plastic kegs like that.
They're not plastic.
Well,
They're metal.
whatever. Those little.
Yeah, they have rubber handles.
Yeah, and they so they look like the ones that like they put like soda in. I've never delivered ones that look like that, so maybe those are called something else. I have no idea.
Perhaps. All right. Well,
Potentially.
I'm gonna keep this as a palate cleanser.
Oh, I'm already done with them.
Oh, you're not done.
Yeah, well, I mean,
You got 1 sip left. All right. So, guys, what we have today is a special tasting from the Limestone Farms Heritage Distillery. Now, I do have an email from Mr. Tom Morrow.
yeah, you've never heard of this distillery until he sent us, or he sent Holden an email, or the Bourbon Bar, I should say.
Yeah, well, he came on here. You guys remember? I was making fun of his name on accident because I thought he was joking. But his
Fuck that.
his name his name really is Tom Morrow, which, by the way, is awesome. I think it's a fucking badass name to actually be named that. Anyway, exactly. 6-tels are the same as what Coke or Sprite is delivered in.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. So that's what it is.
Sugar Kitty does know all.
So they're called corny kegs, soda kegs,
6-tels.
6-tels.
6-tels. Is it 6-tels or 6-tels?
6-tels. 6-tels. I don't know. But I've heard people call them soda kegs, and I heard them called corny kegs because they're Cornelius valve or Cornelius. Cornelius. Okay, so.
What show is that from? I feel like that's from a show or
I don't know.
something. Cornelius.
So I'm going to read you guys exactly what Tom sent me. He thought he'd reach out and tell you a bit about our new distillery. Darren, who is a master distiller and master blender, and Bethany Dillo are the founding partners of this brand and currently live on the property that the distillery is being built. It is a cattle farm that dates back to the late 1800s in Georgetown, Kentucky. The Dillos, along with brother Tim and Greg Couch, yes, Hall of Fame NFL quarterback, are joined by Bobby Sturgeon, LF Heritage Distilling, Limestone Farms, are joined by Bobby Sturgeon. Period. Sorry. Grammar is tough these days for me. Limestone Farms Heritage Distilling has been featured on the Bourbon Road podcast and was this year's title sponsor for the Bourbon on the Banks, October 5th, 2024. When fully completed, Limestone Farms will be the second largest pot still distillery in the United States, with 4 2,500-gallon pot stills right behind Woodford. So, second largest pot still people right behind Woodford. We will have a hotel on site as well as 4,000-seat amphitheater as well as housing. That date for full completion is projected for 2027. The investors are sparing no expense. They're currently making a blended bourbon using only Kentucky juice. They consider their private stock to be their ultra premium category and will put it against anything in the market you can find on shelves. I've also attached a few PDFs for you to look at as well and gave me some links. So he said they sent us the samples to do an honest video review. He just wants us, he's not paying us for the reviews. He just sent us the samples and he wants us to tell him and tell you guys our honest opinions about how they are. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now I have some information on the bottles, but basically we're going to start with the LF Heritage Bloodlines, which is their Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And what's up?
So I was just looking up who Tim Couch is. Sorry.
You're good. No, you're good. Keep going.
I've been listening.
Yeah, I'm reading that. I was curious if you're typing away. I thought maybe someone was hurt. Oh, okay. So the Bloodlines collection, a meticulously crafted bourbon blend sourced from their super premium 6 to 9 year old barrels. Every release showcases 94 to 96 proof and highlights an extraordinary yet intricate flavor profile. Our Bloodlines Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey stands out, offering a richly layered yet smooth and inviting mature bourbon experience. So there's also some tasting notes, which I will not look at yet, but I can tell you that this is 95 proof. It is 78% corn, 13% rye, and 9% malted barley, aged in American white oak, and blend of 6 to 9 year old barrels. And that one's in here. So we're gonna go ahead.
6 to 9 year old barrels.
6 to 9 year old barrels. Let's start with this one. Let's get it on the nose. Okay.
So first look.
So nine.
It has some pretty good amber colors.
It does.
It's not as dark as some 6 to 9 year olds that I've seen, but
right.
Color always doesn't matter.
And it's 95 proof, so it has been diluted down a little bit.
And it does have some viscosity to it. There's quite a few legs growing on the glass here.
The nose isn't giving me any kind of sharp or young notes. It definitely feels. It smells like it's going to be
it smells
rich
really,
and viscous and bodied.
It smells really sweet. It does smell very sweet. It's like inviting.
I do get a light, like maybe light red fruit, maybe even a little bit of honey.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, very good on the palate.
Let's drink.
Okay.
I say that honey note carried over a little bit to the front of the palate. Then as I swallowed, I have this spice. And it might even be like a black peppery, like I'm getting like some kind of, it's not a typical spice that I normally get. It's got a little bit of like spicy bite to it, but in not a bad way. It seems blended well.
I can see how this could be appealing to a lot of people actually. It's I don't want to use light as a term because it's not light. It is still 95 proof whiskey. It's like, I don't even know how to put it, damn it. I'm fumbling the ball.
Fumbling the ball. I don't know. I think it's got a considerable amount of spice to it. I mean, it's leaving my mouth. It's even got like a decent oak presence. It's leaving my mouth a little bit like tingly. And I know this is the first whiskey of the day for us, but it really does like have a little extra on the palate. I swear I'm getting like a nice black pepper note in it. I mean, not heavy, but I think it's there.
It's like almost covered up a little bit by the sweetness, but like the black, like the spice still sticks in your throat a little bit. Or
maybe even a cayenne. Like this cayenne kind of, to me, I don't eat a lot of cayenne, so I can't be too sure on what I get. But when I think of cayenne, I kind of think of like a little bit of warmth and spice with not too much flavor. It's not like baking spices, but it is hot and tingly on the palate. And that, I guess that's just how my brain perceives like a cayenne.
Yeah. The finish on this isn't super long. Granted, it is 95 proof whiskey, and I think it's still pretty damn good.
No, I agree. I'm gonna go fill us up some water, and you can just keep.
You want to just throw me water in here?
Yeah, I can
Thank
do
you.
that. Martha, you stay there. Okay.
Okay. You sit your head on the stool. I'm not disappointed by this at all. I'd be curious to see what these bottles or this bottle costs. And then maybe we could compare it a little bit to some other distilleries. It has good viscosity. It's not too thick. Like, obviously, it's only 6 to 9 years old. I still think it's pretty decent, though.
No, I think that's absolutely solid. One thing I don't see on here is a price tag, which we can probably look up.
I just said that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I think depending on the price, this is very solid. I think it's got plenty to offer. But again, price is a huge thing. So I'm gonna go over and see what he says for tasting notes. Which, honest to Christ, I didn't look at this beforehand. The nose is bright honeyed cherries and soft rounded baking spices. Sounds pretty accurate. Palate gives a full and rich in the mouth candied melon with warm biscuit. Candied melon and warm biscuit.
Don't think I've ever had candied melon, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't either. That's an interesting one. Warm biscuit. I don't think I've ever heard that note called out in whiskey before.
Biscuit.
A warm biscuit. I'm not mad at it.
I don't know.
It seems almost like there's something in the palate of this. It gives me a little bit of a savory nod, and I've been calling it black pepper or cayenne, but it could be what they consider the warm biscuit. No, I don't know. It's something that's like less on the sweet side and more on the.
It almost feels
savory.
it almost feels like this is close to a high rye bourbon. Like it has kind of like a that bready, I guess biscuit you could call it, but like a bready, like a rye bready aspect to it almost. I don't know. Maybe I mean, it does have the mash bill, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It's low rye. 78,
really?
78 corn,
Wow.
13 rye, 9 barley.
Okay.
So the finish is long and easy finish, heightened with a Kentucky love hug. Lingers around with the secondaries of a couple minutes. I think it's solid. Did you look up the price on this at all?
No.
Do you wanna?
Oh, let's do it at the end.
All right, that's fair. All right, so
Not sway our opinion here.
next up we have the Select Batch, the LF Heritage Select Batch.
So we're just going off what he told us.
Yeah, so he did distinguish an order that he wanted us to drink in. Obviously, this one is out the lowest proof. So, Sugar says a Bloodline is $60.
Really?
I'm not mad at that for $60. I think there's a lot worse whiskey for $60.
I would agree. I think you can. Well, is that just a regular one you're saying?
That's the one we just drank, $60.
Oh, yeah.
And that's their Bloodlines, typical Bloodlines batch.
Sure.
Sugar also said 6 tails are a 6 of a regular size barrel. That makes sense. So a sixer, what people call them.
Yeah.
Tim Couch is a UK QB drafted by Cleveland.
Yep. And then he was on the Packers and he was on the
Oh, he was a pack.
Bengals or the Colts.
Interesting. Tom Morrow is here. Says, cheers, fellas. Hey, man, welcome back. Welcome to it. Welcome back. We are doing your whiskeys right now as we speak. So I hope you enjoy what we have to say. And honestly, so we just got through one, which is Bloodlines.
Yep.
And it's pretty good. I'll say I'm really excited to get into these because we kind of are proof whores.
Yeah.
So a 95 proofer being like good enough to get that pretty good is pretty good, right? But really looking forward to these higher proof ones here. But Tom just arrived. You can go over it with you. True, yeah. Tom, jump in if you have any kind of facts or anything like that. We just did the Bloodlines, and we're moving on to the Select Batch.
And these bottles look freaking cool.
The bottles do look cool. Even the sample bottles look cool. All right, glass 2.
little eye candy for the folk.
It's select batch. It's 55.5% alcohol at 111 proof. The select batch delivers a luxurious bourbon experience that stays true to our blending mission of clean, delineated. That's the word. Clean, delineated flavor profiles that deliver a full flavor experience from start to finish, rewarding you with a lingering finish that asks for another sip. Promising. And without seeing the... Okay, so this is the same mash bill, 78, 13, and 9. American White Oak as well. This one's just... The entry proof is 115. The exit proof between 110 and 113. And this is, again, a blend of 6 to 9-year-old barrels.
Okay, perfect.
So, started off in the nose. Okay, so these next three, Tom says, is the Morgan Family Collection Premium Selection. So this is a premium Morgan Family Selection, which is this PDF that he sent me, this brochure. Okay, yes. So there's So there's a Bloodlines collection, which is this one, and then there's another Bloodlines that we didn't have. And then there's the Morgan Family collection, which is these next three are part of the Morgan Family collection. So they have different collections, which is neat. So, all right. What are you thinking on the nose here?
I don't know. Just I'm gonna do what we're kind of trying doing for the end of the year blind. Just overall, really good color. It sticks to the glass well, which means it has a lot of viscosity. I like that.
I do like some legs. I love me some legs. But I want to say I get a little bit of a bready dessertiness on the nose of this one. I feel like it's not necessarily like spice, maybe a light spice, but I feel like I'm getting a nice baked goods, desserty, maybe a little caramel. Some really nice typical bourbon-esque notes in here. Not as much on the fruity side of things, at least on the nose that I'm seeing. But maybe actually a little bit.
I'm good.
A little bit. Maybe a little
I
red
think I'm
fruit.
getting like a little Luxardo cherry with like a little burnt brown sugar.
I could see that. It's much more...
it's very subtle.
It's much more desserty than the first one we drank. This one is definitely a lot on the sweeter, dessertier side of things.
This one could almost be like a cobbler.
It could be a cobbler. But I'm ready to drink it.
Yeah, I agree.
Cheers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one coats the mouth really nicely.
That's good.
That's quite tasty.
That's good.
I would...
You know, here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you. I never try to expect, and this is not a diss at anyone who's ever sent me whiskey or whatever, but I'm always skeptical of when people send samples of whiskey because I'm worried that it's not going to be as good as some stuff you can find on the shelf. But the first one was good. It was solid whiskey. This one, I would buy this. I would never be mad at it. I don't think. This is like this first impressions right off the rip. This is nice. Sugar says burnt brown sugar is what happens when I cook and that cat gets a bit too close to the stove.
Sugar kitty.
Wow,
this has a really great finish.
Poor sugar. It does, right? It's got so
really
haven't even given any notes on the palate yet.
It's really like I don't want to say like dark on the palate, but like I get like
darker notes,
heavier notes.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like you get that like sweet oak aspect, like a syrupy oak, and a little bit of like chocolate. It's still erring on the side of the baked goods for me, and dessertiness.
This is almost like a
That's up my alley for sure. That's something I would like to drink.
I don't even know what to call that.
So they're out of Kentucky. So Tom, if you're still in here, do you guys have distribution yet to like online presence? I know obviously I haven't seen your guys' stuff. I don't think I've seen your guys' stuff in Wisconsin stores yet, but do you have like online distribution through Reserve Bar or Bourbon Outfitters or anything like that? Because we still have 2 whiskeys left, and I'm already impressed through 2. And maybe these 2 are the best, but
True.
I definitely like this one, which is their select batch.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like the proof of it, you know?
I can almost see how, like, you can look at the colors of these and see that they go up, and just in color in general.
Right.
Like, is this not supposed to be the small batch? Is that, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Okay, so 48 states, LF Distilling website, and LF15 code for 15% off. Well, there you go. And actually, Sugar Kitty just posted the link in here, so thank you, Sugar Kitty, for that link. Guys, if you guys are following along, hearing what we're drinking and feel like you want to drink some too, definitely go and check out lfdistilling.com. That Sugar Kitty just posted in the link and get you guys a bottle. 15% off, pretty good deal. So, Sugar Kitty talking about the burnt sugar. It says, well, it's a gas stove, and once in a while she's trying to get over to her food bowl from one side of the kitchen to the other, and, well, she isn't always careful as she could be. That's the one thing that scares me about gas stoves. That would...
Yeah.
But luckily, cats are pretty smart. They have 9 lives, right? So the worst that would happen is their hair would just go away. There's a big button on the bottom of the site that says, order for home delivery. Well, there you have it. I'm actually kind of might just check out this website now while I'm talking. But anyway, okay, so I think we'll we'll drink them all, do our whatever, but I want to rank these at the end, or like give them grades, so I think we should do that too. So kind of keep in your brain how we feel about it. I already know how I feel about the first 2, but
we're getting there. So
even give it a point grade. I like that.
I'm sure we do that. That don't bother me. Points.
Yes, I'm 21 or older.
Not really.
Yes, I am. Okay, so on to the third one. Oh wait, hold on. Let's read what they have on their brochure for notes. I am curious after Casey and I. Rich caramelized poached pears, with hints of spices and turned dark earth. Palate with soft brown sugar, warm spiced stone fruits, and a long clean finish with secondaries of cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
I like all of those. They all, I mean, like even the warm spiced stone fruits, that's such a like desserty, like Christmas dessert type feel to it.
Brown sugar.
The brown sugar is for sure there. Turned dark earth and spices. Yeah, I like that. All right. So the next one The next one we're moving on to here is the small batch bourbon, which is 113.6 proof is our bottle here. Their limited small batch offerings create conversation as you find an even deeper, broader, more complex, and longer-lived Kentucky whiskey experience. Typically from the same mash bills as our select batches, but from our best of the best barrels and or blends. All right, so this one, the proof range is between 112 and 120 plus. So it really can vary on the proof there. The mash bill is the same, 78-13-9. Same white oak, same entry proof of 115. And this one is a blend of 8 and 9 years barrels. So cut out the 6 and 7 year old barrels and it's only 8 to 9.
I'm excited about this one.
I am pumped about this one. Again, I didn't look at
I was excited about all these, but I mean.
Me too. But especially, we're ramping up and it's just getting me more excited. But we can get on the nose now. Careful, Casey. That noise can get us from out there. It's a little sexual experience over here.
My bad.
Looks like they have a nice, easy to navigate website as well, which is nice. Sometimes you go on people's websites and they're kind of just like, you don't know what you're doing, but this is very easy to just go toward. Yes, I am 21 or older. Okay. Oh, wants my zip code. So, the last one we tasted, just for you guys who are following along, is $99.99. So about $100 for this one, which I have had. I know for a fact I've had worse whiskeys for $100. So I don't think I'd be mad at that.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah. I've paid $300 for whiskey.
Okay, we don't need to talk about Triumph like that. Okay.
Oh shit.
No, it sucks.
My bad.
Although this would have been better in the end of the year blend than Triumph. But anyway,
Oh,
how are you feeling?
I think some of these were probably pretty decent in our end of the year.
I agree.
Anyway,
How do you feel about this nose on this one here?
when I first smelt it, I thought of a freaking like pumpkin pie. I don't know why.
Pumpkin pie.
I don't know why.
Interesting note. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's got some.
It's definitely got some spice in it.
Yeah, light spice for sure. A little cinnamon, nutmeggy.
Good amount of oak though. A lot of caramel. I don't know why. I get a little bit of pumpkin. As soon as I smelt it, that's immediately what I thought of was a pumpkin pie. I could be wrong, but
No, I'm not mad at that. No, pumpkin pie, a little spice, a little bit of graham crackery, or like crust. You know, the crust of a pie, for sure.
Hey, welcome to it, Ryan H. I don't think we've ever seen you here before.
Yes, Ryan H has excellent products, and Ryan, I'd have to agree with you. They are quite nice. But yeah, cheers to you. Welcome to it. Looks to be Limestone Night on YouTube. What are the odds? Well, you know, TGIT, thank God it's Tuesday. It's a great night to do Limestone whiskey.
No kidding.
Yes, a cinched hair too for sure, Kitty. Oh, poor Kitty. Seen Tom on a few streams lately. 3 streams doing reviews at the same time in the next 5 minutes. Damn. If I would have known that, I would have pushed it out till next week or something like that, so you could have spread out the distribution. But honestly, I'd be shocked if I didn't get a bottle of this, of one of these. I don't know yet. I mean, I have some money shit I'm figuring out right now and some insurance stuff, but I wouldn't be mad at having a bottle of one of these on my shelf for sure. But I'm gonna drink this. Did you drink this yet?
No, I was going to. But
All right.
I was like, that's rude.
Yeah, no. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Oh, okay, hold on. I actually get a little bit more of like a rye influence on this one, I feel like, in the palate. I feel like I get... I don't know, I feel like I get a little bit of like an orange peel. Or a light citrus note. It's not very prominent, but amongst the spice, it's almost like a mulled... It's almost like when you stick the spices into the orange like during the holidays, and then you get that like you cook it in the pot to make the aromas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is This is reminding me. I don't want to compare you to any distilleries, but if I were to compare you to one that's getting real hot right now, I would say Penelope.
It's not a bad comparison.
This is, if this is truly 9 years old, this is better than their 9-year estate, like by a lot.
Oh, yeah, you had that, didn't you? I did not have the 9-year estate.
This is better than the estate year.
I do like this. I'm not sure on if I like it better than this one. I'm kind of split right now. I'm gonna A/B them later.
Yeah.
But this one is definitely really good. The palate has got, like I said, I think it's got a little bit of like an orange peel, a little bit of a very, very light citrus. It's just a little bit, but I feel like it's in there. I always kind of pull that out. Definitely has the oak aspect though, and the spice. The spice is there for sure.
The finish just, it hangs around, and then it just keeps hanging around, and it, I don't know, just keeps going.
A little roller coaster-y?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I like it.
It is nice, and I love a good hot. I like a nice warm Kentucky hug and a good finish on the whiskey too. And a few more in the can coming out in a couple of days. Well, damn, really stepping it up.
Boy.
marketing team on point, because it's one thing to just send people whiskey, it's another thing to send them good whiskey and then have them rave about it all the time because of how good it is.
Yes.
Small batch aged 9 years. All right, so that's what we're drinking, is a small batch aged 9 years. So I like it. I am curious side by side. I'm gonna do that later, A/B them. But let's see what they got for the notes in this one. Nose, deeper and darker, big but round invitation to taste. I like how they didn't do generic tasting notes for this stuff. It seems like people who actually enjoyed the whiskey did the notes. You know, and they're describing more of like deeper, darker, big with round invitation to taste. I like that it's not necessarily calling out caramel, oak, vanilla. Like, it gets redundant sometimes having tasting notes like that.
Yeah,
and like, how many whiskeys can taste like caramel, oak, and vanilla? And don't get me wrong, a lot of them. I mean, I use those notes quite often, but I appreciate the description of the experience more than the notes sometimes. The palate offers warm spices and woodsy earth undertones, showcasing rich layers and plush stone fruits. All right. And then the finish is broad and long, never muddled, yet clean and delineated. That word, delineated, I've never used that word before.
The first 3 words couldn't be more true. Broad and long for the finish. It is
same.
It is raw. It is long.
Same. Too bad. Good thing Lauren's not here. She would be fighting me on that one. She'd be like, liar.
Tom's watching right now. He's gonna be like, this fucking guy.
Broad and long. No, I like that. I'd say that maybe that's a stone fruit that I'm getting in the palate instead of the citrus. I mix those up sometimes. I don't eat a lot of stone fruits. Peaches, plums, stuff like that. I don't.
No.
And even a plum, when you say stone fruit, you don't necessarily think of plums. You think of peaches, nectarines, and stuff like that. But plums are kind of more of like, plums have their own kind of note, I think. But yeah, no, I'd say some stone fruit. I confuse stone fruit and citrus. I like it. It's not bad. Let me just quick find the price of that one for you guys. All right. Small batch right here. Perfect. So the small batch is $140.99. So getting up there in the pricing. Just off the rip of what I'm experiencing from memory. I haven't A/B them yet, but I think I'd rather pay $100 for this one than $140 for that one so far. But it's good. Glass 2 is just kind of up my alley, I think. But you ready?
Might as well. Deep and dark.
Deep, dark. Hold on. Did you smell it yet?
No.
This smells like $200 whiskey. This smells old. It is giving me reminiscence to Parker's Heritage double oaked, the one from 2 years ago, double barrel blend. It's got a sweet syrup oak, like syrupy sweet oak. It's dark. It's rich. It's very sweet. I almost get a light, I almost want to call it a light smokiness.
This is like,
oh my god. So we jumped from 100.
Very, very oak forward.
Yeah, we jumped from 100 to 140. I'm scared to look at the price of this one because just off the nose, this is the one I want to buy. Yeah. And I can't afford good whiskey. All right, so let's before we get to the drinking of it, I'm gonna read the description here. With a rare and unique mash bill, LF Private Stock is a perfect indulgence for any bourbon connoisseur. A limited release that that is at its height of maturation, yet yields an exotic flavor profile and smoothness. Damn, that is undeniable. And without looking at tasting notes,
Yeah, I was looking at that mash bill the other day, or the other week, I should say.
okay. So our particular bottle that we have here is 100 and
Hold on, flip it to the other side.
56.8. Yeah, so 113.6. This says 114 to 120 plus. There's variations and shit. So about 114 proof. The mash bill, get ready for this, is 70% corn, 10% honeyed wheat, 10% honeyed malted barley, and 10% distiller's malt. I haven't heard of any of those except for corn.
Yeah, no.
Honeyed, how do you honey wheat? Can I ask? And you know you're wrong. They've done it right.
I can literally,
The entry proof is 110.4, so a little lower entry proof than the rest of them, and it's aged 8 years.
this is like, this, I was literally going to say it before, it's almost smells like Rio. Like, it's reminiscent of Rio. Like, Rio is like on another freaking level, but like...
No, you're right. It has that, like, honey sweetness. I mean, that syrupy oak, I think that's just like that sweetness from the honey and then the oak presence in this. I think it's super dark but super sweet and super rich. I mean, there's a lot of words saying super, but it's
going to be rich. It's making my mouth water.
Let's do it. Okay.
Winner.
So, if I haven't looked at the price of this one yet.
Oh, man.
If I got a bottle of this before we do our next blind, I'd put this in the end of the year blind. And I think it would do good. I think actually if we put this in the end of the year blind, top 10. I mean, I know we have a lot of good whiskey. We have them all on the floor right now because we kept them in groups for when we're doing our blinds for the end of the year. That's
fantastic. I don't know who even thinks about honeying wheat or honeying malted barley. They need to keep using that shit, or maybe you just need to do that all the time. I have no idea.
Whatever they did, it fucking worked. I don't know how you honey that shit stuff, but yeah. So private stock is 8 years, 70 corn, 10 honeyed malted wheat, 10 honeyed malted barley, 10 distiller's malt. And Sugar Kitty says, and I was actually thinking about this when I was reading the mash bill. So, but you're a home brewer now. Doesn't it sound like a brewer's recipe for some strange reason? Yes. Are you alluding to something? Because yes, I was in my brain when I was reading that, I thought it was like a mash for a beer. I did. I'm like, when I buy my grains to order beer, this is the kind of shit I'm looking at. Like specifically, like distiller's malt and then the honey malted bar. Like it sounds like stuff you put in beer, right?
Dude, this is.
I'm scared to look at the price. It's got to be up. It's their limited edition. It's going to be their best. It is their best product, in my opinion. I mean, I don't even have to AB anything to know that I like that the best out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so unique.
Yes.
It's not even that it's. I mean, it is better, but it's just unique in its own way.
High proof full party says, "Sup guys? Hey man, welcome to it. First time here."
This is also a high proof party.
This is really, and apart from this one, the rest of them are all significantly proofed. Is it better than the Knob Creek Reek Maple? A little bit, just a little better.
I mean,
it's a little better.
That one's hard to beat. That's an old one.
I'll tell you what, actually. it's a lot of people get that Knob Creek smoked maple and they love how like sweet it is because it's artificially flavored and whatever.
Yeah.
As natural, solid whiskey, this is not sweeter, but like there's more flavor, and it's not artificially flavored.
Well, he said we're gonna get a flavor blast, and that's exactly.
He's not wrong. It definitely my taste buds are cooked right now. At least 5 channels have this in their top 10 for end of the year.
It's impressive.
Yeah, I don't doubt that for a second. As good as Knob Creek, yes. Just described it. Hey man,
Thank you.
hoorah! Welcome to it. Thank you for subscribing. Sugar says 189 if I remember 189. Okay, so let's do a little.
We have some good whiskey that's 189.
Let's do a little experiment. Out of all the bottles that are foreseen to be in the top 10, I paid over 189 for. Okay, one of them was free, but we're gonna count that as 200. 200.
Oh, it's
over 200.
It's 150.
200. 200. 140. 200. 100.
200.
What is it? 200? Was it really?
The little book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 200.
Okay.
And the little book isn't even as good as this.
So about $10 less. No, yeah, this would kick the shit out of the little book, Infinite, I think. So $10 less to bat up with the big boys at the $200 price range for end of the year.
Can I make a vouch to get this at like 120 proof? Because it's pretty fucking good at 113.
Oh my god!
No, it's not pretty.
It's not just 120. It's 120 plus, which means it can go higher than that. But it did say, okay, I'm gonna hold on. We'll go up for a second. I don't want to look at the tasting notes yet because I want to get a couple more sips before I do that. It's a limited release, so I don't know. Tom, you can let me know. Oh yeah, and the LF15 code takes 15% off at the website. So 15% off of 180 is at least 18 plus 5 would be
20.
So 20, yeah, 23, 24. Well, 18 divided by 2 is 9, 3, so $27 off. No, 19. So 28.
You're just fucking up.
Roughly $28 off. So $160.
Yeah, $28 off. $160 for that? Yeah, I'd pay that.
I'd pay that in a heartbeat, I think.
You take that deal?
Yeah, take that deal. You take the deal?
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal. All right. I hope people got that because otherwise we look like idiots. What did you guys review my Blends Infinity Blend bottle? Send it over.
What?
We'll review it. He's got a Blends Infinity Blend.
Oh.
Perfect.
I like trying anything.
Yeah, so
as long
Tom,
as it doesn't kill me.
so he says you can get our bottles every day, not allocated, which is good. I like that. When you say this is your limited release, does that mean it is batched, or are these all single barrels? So it says limited release. What does that mean to you guys? Like, is it batch product that comes out often? Do you make a big batch of it and then sell it all off? Is it single barrel stuff that only comes like a couple times a year? You said you can get your bottles every day, not allocated, but what makes it a limited release then, I guess, is a good question for me. Maybe a hard one to answer. High Proof says, I made a Blends Infinity Blend bottle with over 15 different whiskeys, all over 100 proof, with 12 ounces of blends as base. Man, you take that 12 ounces of blends out of there, you can have something.
Come on.
I'm fucking with that. No, I'm kidding. But that actually sounds awesome. Can I send you guys a sample of it? If you want to, man, we will. Our email is in the description if you want to email us and let us know. We can work something out. And yeah, we're down.
Definitely.
Down to do whatever. These all are Kentucky only blends. I've seen 3 proof points so far in private stock: 113.2, 113.6, and 115. Darren will blend new batches based upon need. Okay.
Got it.
Makes sense. So it is batched product, basically, is how it is. Yes, I think you got something here.
Yeah, this is fantastic. And like, I know some like really high proof whiskey, like the flavor lingers around. Like this isn't. I wouldn't even consider this like super high proof whiskey. But
no, it's like mid range.
The flavor just lingers in your mouth.
It does
a long time.
It stays.
Like I've been sitting here just like chewing, and like I can still taste it.
It's got that like nice oaky like the palate. It's definitely oak forward but still sweet. Oak forward, desserty, sweet. Maybe a little bit of like a chocolate note, but it's just the honey's there a little bit. But I get a lot of oak in the palate. I don't know what it is. It's got like. And maybe even a light spice. I don't even know. I gotta drink it again. I've been so caught up with how good it tastes that it hits my palate and I'm like, yum, and then I don't get tasting notes.
It's freaking. It's sweet. I am a huge fanboy of Rio. Like, for no reason at all. I just love that shit.
Well, for good reason, because it's delicious.
Oh, it is. That is also true. Well, it's just desserty as shit. And
it is, and we love that. You and I personally, Casey and I both really appreciate desserty notes. Some people like their rye, they like their spice, they like their fruitiness.
Yeah.
Casey and I appreciate that dessert aspect for sure.
I think this takes all the honey out of Rio, puts it in this glass, and then puts it with a really well-aged whiskey.
Yes.
And
rich oak.
But like it's not overpowering. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not tannic. It's not like taking all the moisture.
It's really well blended. Darren, he's a master distiller. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe so. Yes.
He's doing some magic.
Master distiller, more like magic distiller. Ooh. All right, let's get some notes based on them. So nose, bright plums, dark cherries, earthy olives, and herbs. Oh, earthy olives.
You got this guy on.
I fuck with olives big time.
He literally, you just hook, line, and sinker.
I love olives. They're good. I mean, they're good.
Every time I see him, he mentions something about olives, and it's been like 8 years every day.
Man, did you see the new olive T-shirt, man? Fuck. Look at these pimentos.
The fucking I love you.
I love you so much. All right.
I'm sure Lauren gets really sick of you hearing that.
I love you, Cookie. All right. Off topic.
All right, we're done.
Bright plums, dark cherries. Absolutely. That dark, dense sweetness portraying itself as dark red fruits, plums, cherries, some like typical like dark wine notes, and then earthy olives and herbs. I can see the herbs. I'm hunting for that olives. Olives, I always look for like a salty brine. But I definitely can see herbs in here for sure. The palate equates to sweet cherries and spiced pomegranates.
What'd you just say?
Sweet cherries and spiced pomegranates.
They used to fuck with pomegranates.
Yeah, you see them?
All the time. They'd crack that shit in half and I'd sit there with a spoon and just...
What did this guy? Man, I like it. Finish. Slow to release your taste buds. Easy and memorable for those rare times.
Dude, fuck.
Your wallet is just like cowering in fear right now. I can tell.
Don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
Do not come. I'm gonna come. That's exactly what his wallet's saying.
Like,
damn, Daniel. Shit. All right. So I know my winner, and I know what last place is.
Already.
And honestly,
I think
solid effort for last.
Tom Morrow knows what I like, and I'm just gonna go.
He really lined it up for you, eh?
Yeah, he really did.
I'm still confused. I'm still concerned about 2 and 3. That's the select batch is number 2. Small batch is number 3.
You really gotta debate this, huh?
Okay. Opening up, the small batch is better. Number 3 is better. But I remember distinctly caring more about the palate on these ones, so I have to do that one side by side.
You know, the nose is definitely better than the small batch.
Ooh, I was actually going to ask this question I'm not going to show Casey what it is. But I was going to ask, but I didn't because I wasn't sure if it's confidential or not. Some people don't share that.
I'm gonna kill you.
He shared what they blend with, because obviously they're a new distillery. The distillery is being built.
Yeah.
So he said, because like I'm thinking, you said Penelope. I'm thinking, is it MGP that they have in here? Barton products, like what is blended in here?
Well, this, dang, this I just can't get over how good that private stock tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Like these, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't sleep on these two either, or even the Bloodlines edition and the Bloodlines.
I would be interested to try the Bloodlines. Their small batch one, the higher proof one, I think.
Well, when they build their distillery, we could just go there.
Fuck yeah, we will.
And then
hell yeah,
we can meet Tom.
Okay, so where did I say it was? Because where in Kentucky is that?
Georgetown.
Yeah.
Is that where the distillery is, or is that where this originated from?
It's where the distillery is, I think.
I feel like I've heard of that before. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, so the cattle farm that dates back to Georgetown, Kentucky.
Just look up Georgetown, Kentucky. Damn it.
Or just look up Limestone Farms Heritage Distillery.
Georgetown, Kentucky is right north. Yeah, I was gonna say it.
Oh.
Pretty sure I've heard of it. It's right north of Lexington. We were gonna go there and go bourbon hunting. Some of the stores. Never made it there, unfortunately. But I'm gonna be going to Kentucky every year till I die. So.
Okay. I think that's how I'm doing it.
What?
I think I like the palate of number 2 better than number 3. I like the nose of 3 better, but I think I like the palate of 2 better. A, B in them, I think the palate of 2 is got a more rounded blend. And
you know why? You know why you say that? Because that tastes like Jim Beam. That tastes like Beam.
I think it tastes like Beam, huh?
You can't even tell me wrong.
Cool, I'll email you guys. Hell yeah. What's that white label Jack bottle above you? So that is tequila finished Jack Daniels.
It is.
It's their
straight
distillery
Tennessee
series.
whiskey finished in Añejo tequila barrels, and it is pretty damn good, actually.
Oh, this is a great question from Sugar Kitty. So will it always? So it's a batched product, your private stock, and it's your limited release. Will it always have that brewer's mash bill as the base? Will it always be the honeyed wheat and the honeyed barley, right? Will it always be honeyed grains and then
honey wheat and the honey
distiller's
malted barley?
Yeah, and the distiller's malt. Is that always going to be the mash bill for that private select? Because I think you have a winner with that.
Yeah, I don't think you should change it.
I don't think you should change it.
I think you can
personal opinion.
You can make variations of it, but based off what the hell this tastes like, I wouldn't change a damn thing about it.
No, I agree.
It's fantastic.
Light changes here and there for batch products to make different batches to make it worth keep buying it over and over again, but keep it tasting that good and gold. High Proof Full Party says, where in Ohio can I get Limestone Farm products? I'd like some to share with my alcoholic friends at Pull Town, USA this summer. 80,000 people, all tipsy, all week. Well,
Pull Town, USA? Never
Sugar Kitty, if you scroll up, Sugar Kitty posted the link to their website. You can actually go on their website, and if you type in, what's the discount code?
LF15.
15? Is that what it was? So go to their website. They have distribution to 48 states, which I'm assuming is a lower 48, excluding Alaska and Hawaii. I don't know that for sure, but I'm assuming because that's what we do.
Right there.
Yeah, and then if you use code LF15, that'll get you 15% off. So go to their website, click on the bottle you want, at checkout, use LF15, you'll get 15% off. Which is a great deal because they're great whiskeys. Take our word for it.
Yeah.
Casey and I, and it's looking a little bare back here because a lot of our expensive whiskey from this year is all under the bar because we're doing an end of the year blind. We have tasted plenty of really, really good whiskeys.
This kicks the shit out of quite a few of them. I would concur.
So here it is. Tom Morrow says we use Beam, Turkey, Wilderness Trail, Rabbit Hole, and New Riff, and others.
Oh, I like every one of them you're saying. So, actually, I haven't had too much Rabbit Hole.
I haven't had too much Rabbit Hole, and I haven't had too much Wilderness Trail.
I've had a store pick of Wilderness Trail, and I've had Wilderness Trail.
Did you buy it?
Yeah, I bought a store pick of it, and I drank it super fast because it was so freaking.
Did I try it?
I doubt it. This is like when I was like, you remember when I bought that Smoke Wagon uncut unfiltered like 3 years ago?
Yeah, when you first got into it. Yeah.
I bought that.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever had Wilderness Trail.
And I drank it so fast because it was fantastic.
I know people love it, but I don't think I've ever had it.
And I'm slowly becoming a new fanboy of New Riff because they put out some
bangers.
Hitters.
Actually, we have 2 bottles here that if we feel like going into it, we might go into tonight. But
we didn't want to steal the star of the show here.
No, these are amazing. But I like that you actually disclose what you get your what source your whiskey from. I appreciate that for sure. You guys should have some chocolate or something to help you open your taste buds. That's what the beer is for. Homebrewed Maple Walnut Brown Ale. But anyway,
no, we've done some chocolate stuff on here before.
I didn't really want to. We've been doing water. I wanted to get a really pure tasting of how these are. In conclusion, last place, and this is kind of just par for the course for Casey and I. The Bloodlines, it's 95 proof. We're proof whores. It's really good whiskey, but and only $60. Great for $60.
Yeah. I think this would strongly compete with like a.
If you want to dip your toes in the water of what they have to offer, this is a really, really good start because $60 and to get some of their whiskey and really know that they know what they're doing, this is a good one to do that for.
What am I trying to say here? I think this would compete with like a Bardstown Origin series.
True, yeah, like their Bardstown 6-year-old Origin series.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean,
those are solid bottles. This is a solid bottle. I think it would compete
similar
really well.
in price, similar in offer. You know, it's got decent body and good flavors. It's not extravagant, but it is good whiskey.
But if you're new to whiskey,
oh yeah, this will beat the shit out of a lot of things. I'm not gonna be mad at it.
This would kick the shit out of an Eagle Rare. This would kick the shit out of damn, I don't even know.
It would do good against some of these Redwood Empires.
Yeah, Redwood Empire. I was gonna say. I haven't had too much of the lower end New Riff stuff, but I do have an 8-year New Riff, and I don't love it.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. Anyway,
high proof full party says last summer I made a blend called Candy Bar, mixed with Crown Royal vanilla, Knob Creek maple, Jack Daniel's honey, Screwball peanut butter, Crown Royal salted caramel, and topped with Knob Creek 12-year. Did you die of insulin?
How do you get it? How did you?
That's so sweet.
I have so many questions.
Oh, did your mouth stick together after drinking that? Don't get me wrong. I have drank every single one of those things before, like when I'm partying, and just like too much of it to the point where I get sick. Right? Seems like a lot of sugar. It seems like a lot of sugar. Also, if you're gonna send us anything, make sure there is no Screwball in it. Casey is allergic to peanut butter.
I was just about to say that.
He will die on stream. So if you're gonna send us samples, please don't send anything with peanut butter. All right.
Otherwise, Holden's gonna be drinking it, and I'll be drinking.
Yeah, Casey will be on the floor and ball thing, and I'll just be like,
I'll be drinking more of this.
Ooh, so nice.
I'll be drinking more of this.
No, fuck you. That's mine. Just kidding. Well, we can just open up right now. Well, we got.
Yeah, but I mean, hold on. There's
There's enough whiskey in here that we can do a little bit of like a review. If you want to do actual single reviews on the channel, I wouldn't mind putting out an actual review of this. I mean, it's not much.
I'm gonna
come. Me too.
buy a bottle.
I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to convince my wife right now in my head. Bad Axe Bobby is here. It says, cheers, peeps. Hey, Bad Axe Bobby. Bad Axe Bourbon. Welcome to it. Tom says, cheers to you and thanks for your review. So you got these too. Hey, I'm curious on how you feel about them, Bobby. Because obviously you were also reviewing them. Casey and I liked them all. We said that the last place was definitely the 95 proofer. So this is where we vary. Number 2, their select batch. I thought that was second place, whereas Casey put that in third. The reason I put it in second, personally, I think the nose wasn't as good as number 3, which is their small batch, but I really liked the palate. I think the palate and the nose blended well together better than Glass 3, whereas I think Casey disagrees.
I just like a small batch a little better. I don't know why. The nose is better. The palate is a little
better. The
better.
nose is better. The palate, no, that is not better. I think the palate feels a little sharper. I feel like the palate of the select batch is a little bit more forgiving. And that's just personal preference, you know. So that being said, I have their small batch in third place. Casey has it in second. But an easy number 1 for us.
Yeah, that's a killer bottle.
Is their private stock. I mean, I really want.
I'll just buy and ask for forgiveness later, you know.
That's true. You know, you can always find a way to ask for forgiveness, but you can only buy it so often, right? Mix them and try it. You won't be disappointed. Well, all right, maybe. Minus the screwball. Yeah, for Casey. Peter says, does it come with an Ozempic pen? Peter. Yes, it does. I'll have an Ozempic pen on standby. Maybe, what is the shot you get when you're allergic? What's EpiPen? So I'll have Ozempic, an EpiPen, and an insulin shot all ready for on standby when Casey's drinking this blend. Derek says, I thought Holden was dieting. He can't have that much sugar. You're not wrong. Although tomorrow, my boss, we're getting done working at noon, and then my boss is having a party where we all just eat and then drink, and then we're getting paid for it.
Fuck.
That's cool.
That sounds fantastic.
Well, we worked really hard and got a Machino that's been in our shop for fucking a long time.
So you're partying it up on a Wednesday?
Hell yeah. Got the club going up on a Wednesday.
No time like that.
Got the girls on the back going through. Anyway, High Proof says, to be honest, I didn't expect it to be that good, but we froze the bottle and kept it in the cooler at the campground. And 3 pullers who are millionaires tried it and said it's the best they've ever had.
Very interesting.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Badax Bobby says, all are good. Private stock is by far the best of the bunch. Just learned from Tom that it's the only one that is different mash bill. Yes. So the private stock actually has honeyed wheat, honeyed barley, and distiller's malt all in the mash bill.
Yeah, so it's
with corn.
70% corn, 10% honeyed wheat, 10%
honeyed barley,
and then 10% distiller's malt.
That's a crazy mash bill, but it works so well. It's so good.
Yeah, it is a crazy mash. And I'd be damned if I didn't say this is some damn good whiskey.
Easy top 10. Easy top 10.
I'm not going to doubt it, but we do have some pretty fucking insane bottles. I would agree. I think it would definitely hit top 10.
So the next blind we do is going to be 20 through 10.
20 through 15. Oh yeah. Well then we're going to choose bottom 15 and we're going to go. Yeah.
So
how fast can I give me a bottle here?
I think it could beat a lot of the stuff that we have from the last blind we did.
What bottle are we kicking out?
The one we never bought, the MMCA from last year. It's not in this year's technically.
Yeah, we're gonna put Rio in it.
We're gonna put Rio in, and I'm still cool with putting Rio in. Honestly, I think kick out the Triumph and scoot everything down one box, and just add the. Cause Triumph got 25th or 30th, and it's not good.
I feel like here's the issue. I think that conflicts with what we just tasted the other day.
Maybe.
I think. So look. We won't give any insight here.
I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
Wait,
but
hold on. We'll swing that. What was it, the bakers?
I think, yeah.
Okay, so that wouldn't be that big of a deal.
I think kick that out though.
That'd be fine.
Kick that out.
So then we do 11 whiskeys instead of 10, and then we knock 6 down. As so then we keep going.
Correct.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So that's a side conversation, but if we get a bottle of this, it's going in the top 10 for sure. I mean, top list for sure. We do 30 bottles this year. We got enough bottles that we can do 30 top 30. But getting in the top 10 is amazing. Maybe I should make more and send you guys a new sample with no screwball and get your opinions. For the record, I'm a diabetic and I lived. He's a diabetic and he lived. If the 700 Busch Lights didn't kill me, candy bar won't.
Fucking through that, brother.
Amen, brother. 6 days, no sleep, whiskey blend bottles, 700 cans of Busch Light, and 500 Del shots. Me and my friends went through campground party. Okay, so him and his friends. How many friends are we talking? Because 6 days, 700 cans of Busch Light. I mean, if
I drink an average of maybe 20 a day. So let's just say you got 6 days. You'd need, if they drink maybe 20 isn't a lot to you. I have no idea. Maybe you do a case a whole day. I have no freaking
6 days, 5 guys. We're talking 20, at least 20, like 22 cans of Busch 20 cans of Busch Light a day plus 500 Gel shots.
So I would need, I'd need like 10 friends.
Where are you gonna get 10 friends from?
Yeah, I have no
Just
idea.
kidding. Bax probably said, actually, it would be great to have some more from my end of the year top 10 blinds.
Badass Bob.
Well, Bobby,
we have this much. How much do you want to buy it for?
I was gonna say, if we end up getting a bottle, Bobby, for real,
we can send you a sample.
We'll send you a sample. We have to. I am seriously we found out today a health insurance situation where we might not have the money to swing that. But if I do have the money, or if Casey decides that he wants to buy a bottle, we'll send you a 2-ounce sample. It's not that big of a deal. So email us, let us know. Tom Morris says, thank you, we appreciate that. Hey, thank you so much for the samples. I never would have guessed in a million years that these could be that good, but they are.
I never
really
guessed in a million years that we'd even be getting samples from a distillery ever.
And I've gotten one from
whiskey of this caliber either.
I've gotten samples from distilleries doing similar things. But they're all small distilleries, which, granted, totally fine. Making their mark, want people trying their stuff, and it's younger stuff, and it's decent stuff, especially for the age.
Right.
This is contending with some of the best whiskeys that are coming out all year long. Mm-hmm. And we were able to get samples of it, try them all, and really give you guys an honest review, and that is uncommon. I
would agree. I never thought that this would be that good, or this would be that good, I should say. And this is literally that good. If you don't have a bottle, or if you want to try some of this, I would highly suggest.
Okay, 4 friends, 6 days. So
that's 40 cans of beer.
700 cans of beer.
That's 40 cans
divided
of
by
beer.
6 days.
40 cans of beer.
116 cans of beer divided by 4 friends. 30 cans of beer. So each guy had 30 cans of beer.
No, it's 29 cans of beer.
Yes, 29. 500 Jello shots divided by 6 days divided by 4 friends. So 30 cans of beer, 20 Jello shots. Holy shit.
How strong are these Jello shots?
Damn.
I'm really hoping they're more Jello.
Don't get me wrong. I can go through a 30 rack of Michelob.
I can't drink like that. Well, no.
I could do that with Busch Light. There's no alcohol in there. But it's naturally on a full stomach. I can do that.
Dude, there's no.
Although 6 days,
There's no fucking.
I would be like, I could do that for a day. I could not do that.
Yeah, how do you do that fucking day after day after day after
How much money does that cost? It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, BG Pool is 6 days long. Campground, 4th largest in the USA. Pooltown, USA is called. Better than rednecks with paychecks. I'm getting all my friends addicted to whiskey. That sounds like an expensive, although expensive for you in the beginning, but once your friends are into whiskey, then they're buying some and sharing with you. It's worth it in the long run.
I've heard rednecks with paychecks is pretty fun though.
Oh, that's all good, brother. Thank you. I'll probably just buy one. Hell yeah. No kidding. For real. Any plans to do a rye or any finishes?
That's a
That's a great question. If you want the proof, I'll send pics of our campsite. No, I mean, I'm interested. If you want to send proof, you can. But I believe you. I'm not. I mean,
I don't think I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I forgot my buddy from Illinois brought us a spotted cow from Wisconsin too. Spotted cow. Fuck you. Spotted cow's good.
You know what? It's not better than what the fuck we just made.
Okay, no, it's not better than this home brewed fucking Maple Walnut Brown Ale at 6% alcohol, but it is better than Bud Light, Busch Light, Miller Light, fucking PBR, fucking Michelob Ultra, Corona. It's better than all those. Any full-bodied beer is better than all those.
I don't know if it's better than Budweiser.
Okay, Budweiser is decent, but I would still take a Spotted Cow over Budweiser.
That's alright. We can have our differences every now and again.
Taste that while it's warm.
That's
Smell and taste.
that's your backwash.
What?
It's your backwash.
I am back.
The fuck
You care. You care?
Everybody care.
Wow.
I'm getting COVID. I didn't get my COVID shot lately. I'm kidding.
Fuck you. Fine.
Oh, fuck you.
It's different when it's warm, and the flavors allow them to come out more, right?
It literally tasted like a fucking toasted walnut.
We get a little bit more maple too. I feel like the maple kind of came out a little bit more. Yeah, we all shared a campsite cost, but each year I spent about $3,000 for the. It's a lot.
Steve.
All right.
So one you got.
How drunk are you?
I'd sample some New Riff.
All right, guys, we're gonna drink some New Riff. 2 New Riff bottles.
I got them over here. You just
pull them up.
We're gonna need some new glands there.
Well, I got water. I'm just gonna do a little rinse and roll. Okay, so Casey and I got some New Riff bottles. Did you bring the 8-year too?
Yep.
Oh. Wait, I don't know if we have to drink that much, but we could.
We'll just do the 2 new ones. We've already done the 8-year. We've already kind of expressed all the stuff.
That's true water and Marta. All right, so Casey and I got some New Riff bottles, and we're gonna drink them. So, you're gonna pull them up. We can show the guys.
Yep.
They'll probably appreciate the labels more than what I say. But so we have New Riff rye, right? It's a rye, malted rye, and sherry, or is it just normal rye and sherry?
Let's go look at them.
Let's pull them up.
Oh, wow, it's just a heavy bottle, right?
Okay. Yes. Kentucky Straight malted rye, finished in sherry bottle. So it's barrel proof. So cover your face. Perfect. So we got one of these guys. This is actually going to be in the end of the year blind. And little hint, little spoiler alert. It's doing pretty well. It's moved up twice already. So other bottle here. What do we got?
Oh God, that's just heavy.
Heavy.
Oh, this is New Riff's winter whiskey.
You guys have to see this bottle. I love this bottle.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's weird. It's amazing. Cover your face. There we have it. Appreciate that bottle because it's very it's a solid looking bottle to be fair. But all right. So
this is New Riff's winter whiskey. It's Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey made with malted oat and chocolate malt. It's bottled in bond without chill filtration. Malted
oat and chocolate malt. And I quote from the bottle, this unique whiskey was inspired by our brewing background. So I didn't know that New Riff brewed beer, but as a brewer myself, I appreciate that. And this was made to complement the fact that they used to brew beer.
What proof is that?
This is 50% alcohol. It's bottled in bond, so it's 100 proof.
That's right. And this is 111.5 proof.
Jeepers creepers!
I'd be sad when this bottle of sherry is gone.
I know. So you like your birthday present, eh?
Such a good bottle, yeah. Yeah. So Holden showed up to my house. We're just drinking in the garage for my birthday. And he goes, you can pay me $30 to have this really good bottle of whiskey. Or, what was the other thing?
Or I'll give you $40 to buy your own kind of whiskey.
Oh,
so
yeah.
basically, my budget for him for his birthday present was like $40. I'm like, I'm just gonna give him a $40 bottle of whiskey. Then I found this, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy this, and he can give me that $30, or I'll give him $40 to buy his own whiskey, right? Because like that was the option. So he decided to give me $30 and get this bottle of whiskey for $70.
Shit,
Motherfucker. We'll get into it, but
yeah.
He decided to go with it, and it might have been a good decision.
And I've never seen like the limited edition New Riffs. We really don't get those around here. Like
right.
Even when I got the 8-year, I got it off secondary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we didn't really get a lot of New Riff stuff until this year, actually.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, New Riff has been coming out with a lot of new stuff lately. But yeah. So High Proof says the economic impact for the city of Bowling Green during Pool Week is estimated at $80 million. So it is the biggest and best party, better than Mardi Gras. That's a bold statement, but I'll believe you. New Riff, good stuff. Hell yeah, it is, Tom.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you guys obviously blend with New Riff, so you know they make good stuff, quality whiskey. So I think these things are no exception, so we're going to get into them. I need the New Riff malted rye sherry finish.
You damn right you do, Pete. Damn right.
I'm not going to offer you a sample of Casey's bottle, but if you want a sample,
if you potentially want a sample,
just email us, text us. God knows you've given me enough good whiskey to fucking earn yourself some samples here. I hear that malted rye is the bomb. Well, spoiler alert, it's doing pretty well in our end of the year blends. It's moved up twice. It started in the...
You talking about that one?
Well, he said that New Riff malted rye. That malted rye.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm assuming he means this one. I do have the normal malted rye, which is also fucking amazing. I guess we've never put them side by side. We can one day.
Yeah.
Not today. But this is good. Yes, please send me a sample.
You got it, Pete.
Email me.
No worries.
Work it out. Email me because I like sending more than one sample at a time. So if there's other things in the bar you want to try, just let me know. I got pics from the campground. I want to email you guys. Can't find your email link. What's your email? So if you go in the description of the Bourbon Bar, you should be able to find. I have to look it up because I don't necessarily say my email all that often. In the description, it is under email me at thebourbonbarwi@gmail.com. So
you can go into any like regular video that we've done. We haven't done a video in a while.
Yeah, but it is in this.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is. It's in. Why is he smelling the door? You
Yeah.
fucking weirdo. I know you're hungry, but yeah. So if you go in the description, you scroll down to the bottom, right above my Venmo is the email. It says email me at, and it's the Bourbon Bar WI as in like Wisconsin at gmail.com. So that's the email. Email me. Let me know. We'll figure out addresses, whatever, and we can discuss it. So. That being said, which one did I pour on the right?
This is the
Winter
whiskey. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah,
No, we're good.
I fucked up.
We're good.
We'll try that one first. Why not?
All right, yeah, it's lower proof. So in glass A here we got the winter whiskey.
Dude, this thing smells nuts.
Malted oats and roasted chocolate, malted barley.
It smells like a dark chocolate piece of dessert.
Okay. Okay. So here's a full mash bill for this. We got 65% corn, 20% malted oats, 7% pale ale malt, 5% steel cut raw oats, and 3% chocolate malt. So a lot of these ingredients are actually ingredients used in brewing. Specifically, the pale ale malt, the chocolate malt, and even steel cut oats are all used in a brewer's mash bill. I mean, I've used pale ale malt and I've used chocolate malt before. So these are definitely, you can tell that they're kind of aiming at their brewing background.
This is aged at least 4 years, is what it says.
Yep.
So I mean,
you can definitely
just because it's young doesn't mean it's bad.
That's true. You can definitely get that malt aspect and characteristics of it. I feel it's got some similarities. It's not the same, but it does have some similarities to the Dragon's Milk Origin. It's very high malt, a little bit of stone fruit, but it's got that like earthy maltiness and a little bit of chocolate. That chocolate malt that you get, it's got that like roasty chocolate, maybe even a coffee ground type nose to it. Feel free to talk about the nose too. I was drinking out of habit. Do you taste extreme coffee?
Yeah, that's like
so
a lot
much
of
coffee.
It's like an espresso martini.
That is not the same as what it tasted like when you first opened it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was going like, woo!
Dude, that tastes like fucking coffee.
Dude, yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I got goosebumps right now.
Dude.
I have never tasted something that tastes more like coffee in my entire life.
That's crazy. Dude, it tastes like you mix coffee with Kahlua. That's exactly what it tastes like. Because you know what? That's how you make an espresso martini. And I've made some espresso martinis before.
You made some espresso martinis before?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
That sounds kind of...
Gas?
Well, yeah. But I mean, you gotta make it for your wife, you know.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
So Casey and I did open this when we first bought it.
And it was like way more chocolatey.
It was more chocolatey, a little bit sharper, and a lot more. It's kind of like malty.
It ain't the same.
I don't think I get a single note. It's so hard to get past the amount of coffee in this.
There's a little bit of chocolate.
If you guys like coffee, specifically like espresso or like dark, like roasty notes.
They do call it winter whiskey for a reason, and I can see why. It'd be comforting sitting on the couch.
Oh yeah,
snowing outside.
Sitting from a fire pit or like a fireplace in front of a fireplace. Get your Christmas stockings, your Christmas tree is up. You're sipping on a little bit of winter whiskey, like.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is fantastic. That bottle's gonna go fast. None of your bottles go fast, but that one's gonna go fast.
Well, to be fair, I brought this to Whiskey Club when I went, and look how low it is. I mean, this is a new bottle. It's lower than yours. But that's different. So I've drank this twice since I got it, and this is my third time drinking it, and this tastes nothing like the first two times. No. The nose is similar, very similar nose. The nose offers a little bit more stone fruit, a little bit more malt, a little bit more character. The palate tastes like coffee. On the back of the bottle, it says, "We consider putting oats in a bourbon. Our minds went to the chocolate oatmeal stout we enjoyed in our brewing careers. The result is winter whiskey, a bourbon with the unique spice of raw and malted oats, backed by roasted cocoa notes of chocolate malt." So it doesn't necessarily say coffee, but it tastes like fucking coffee. I mean, it tastes like you're eating coffee grounds. You know, so they make chocolate covered espresso beans. I don't know if you've ever eaten them.
Yeah. Reminiscent.
Email sent with some clean campground pics. Most of the time, the phone's not out for the majority of the time. I will take pics of my infinity bottles when this year's through. All right, let's see if I can pull up these emails while we're online, because we'll show the stew night. Oh boy. Junior Stewie. Beer here, ask Junior Stewie. Oh, there's a wiener. See?
Yeah.
It says dickhead.
Oh.
Wow, that. Oh, what is that?
There's a lot of freaking people there. What is that? Yeah.
Interesting. Wait, we're not sharing the screen yet, so these guys don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Just casually. I mean, that. Oh, there's all the bushies.
All right, corn cobs. Perfect.
Yeah, we'll do a little present. We'll share the screen with you guys. Be courteous. Let's share the entire screen. Just click on the correct. That's not it. That's not it. Where's my email? Here we go. Okay, so here's their bushies. Their bushies. Then that looks like just a banging good time. It kind of looks like the Crandon races, like the way there's golf carts and 4x4s and campers and a party. So just a fucking line of side-by-sides, golf carts and whatnot. All getting hammered. Oh, there's a little wiener, as we saw, in the drinking pen. So yeah, overall,
So that's a big ass drinking pen.
that is
Four
a
dudes.
large drinking pen for sure. For 4 guys, yeah. But when you're putting away 700 cans of beer and fucking 500 Jello shots, I think you can deserve the big tent. You know, I mean that looks like a rent-a-tent type tent. But anyway. All right.
Potentially.
Winter whiskey. Tastes like coffee. If you guys like coffee, buy it. It's easy. What did that cost?
It's 56 after
60
tax.
bucks.
It was 61. Yeah. 57. 61. Yeah, something like that. A little over $60 for something that's
Unique.
like, yeah, you ain't gonna find. Well, first off, this was considered allocated in Wisconsin. So
Yeah,
there was
definitely
only 2 bottles of this sitting there, and that's why I called Holden. I was like, hey,
Do you want this? Yes, please.
and if he wasn't gonna buy it, I was probably gonna buy it.
Fancy. Not gonna lie. It sounded interesting, but I didn't know much about it when I bought it. But I knew what the bottle looked like, and I was part of the reason I bought it is because the bottle looked cool. Guilty as charged. Sometimes buying a bottle because it looks cool is fine. Okay?
Sometimes it doesn't turn out, but this one did.
This one did. And don't get me wrong, I was definitely curious about the malts. I didn't know that before I bought it. I did not know that it was because of their brewing background, which is even cooler. If I would have known about the brewing background, I wouldn't have even had to think about it. As a brewer, I really appreciate when brewing and whiskey meet up and connect, because it's just fun seeing that bridge between the two. Sent you 2 more pics. One is overhead plane shot. The other is outgrouped by trackside with thousands of drums. But all right, let's move on to the sherry. So this is malted rye, right? Finished in sherry. It's aged at least 6 years. It's 100% malted rye.
Yeah. So it's basically their malted rye whiskey, finished in Oloroso and Perdomo Zemez sherry casks. Says this resulted in a rich and enveloping wave of sherry oak, followed by a burst of piquant. I've never even heard of that word. That's interesting.
Piquant?
I have no idea.
Piquant?
We'll just say quaint rye spice. I have no idea.
That's interesting. Piquant.
Yeah,
rye spice.
I mean, I didn't take English in high school. So.
So here's some more pictures of thousands of drunks, according to him, and then also an overhead view. That is just a big,
very large
party sesh right there. And that, yeah, I'm not surprised. You can drink a lot of beer and jello shots at that point. All right. FYI, those are 20 by 10 canopies with couches and a rope place. With more food.
beautiful.
I would die there.
Yeah, that's for sure. This is just fantastic in every which way, shape, and form.
It has gotten better every time I drink it.
Yep.
When we first got this, it was good, but no mistaking. I was like, that's good. I don't know if it's $70.
We were also smoking a cigar.
We were also smoking cigars. We drank a lot of expensive whiskey that night. And this is just
this kind of fell in the foreshadows of the good whiskey we had that night. But this came back as a sneak.
When we first did our first blind with this, I was shocked.
This was my number one. Well, okay, maybe we shouldn't tell them. But this was my number one.
Well, they won't know the whole. I mean, they will know the final 30 whiskeys, and then the last 10 we'll actually do a video on. But yeah.
This was my number one from, 25 through 15.
Yeah, and it was my number 2.
Yeah, and it fell shortly behind Bardstown Rye Pick.
That's a bottle. But we won't talk about that. I think that one's going to be in top 10. I wholeheartedly believe that it'll be in top 10. I think so. But anyway, yeah, so that was in the first blind. I thought. Was it not?
Oh, it was not. We just put
No, it wasn't. Yeah, you're right. So
we've only gone through one, but we
we
have some pretty stiff competitors next round, but I have a feeling that this is going to stick around for a little bit yet.
Yeah, no, I don't even doubt for a second. I mean, it is just
like, honestly, I was kind of thinking about like trying to find myself one of these, but then you got a good friend who gets you a bottle, and then
came in clutch.
They come in clutch because this is pretty banger.
I think I switched them. Oops. Yeah, I switched them. That tastes like coffee.
Good thing you're at home.
Fair. All right. You guys have an invitation for next August, guys. Hey, my birthday's in August. Where is it? What did you say it was in? What did you say it was?
Ohio.
Bowling Green.
Oh, Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Oh.
Or is it Bowling Green, Ohio? I think it's Kentucky. Kentucky, that's where they have that tractor pull. Like well, I guess you would never know.
I watch tractors pull things all day long near Wisconsin, so. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sipping on Middle West 93 proof single barrel wheat whiskey from Ohio. Not bad, more of a mixer. Okay, that's fair. Oh, it's in Ohio, Bowling Green, Ohio. I think I knew that. Freaking Ohio, man. So another common flyby, Joe Dickinson. It's Dickens. He's also from Ohio. He's from the Cleveland area. And Lauren and I went there, my wife and I, since High Proof, you are new. We went there on our honeymoon and the attempts to meet up with Joe. But since Cleveland, Ohio sucked so much ass, we didn't end up meeting him because they didn't have anything open after 6 o'clock. And then the next morning we were so angry because the hotel we stayed in was so bad that we ended up coming home after our honeymoon. But if we go to Ohio, we could visit Joe Dickinson and High Proof Full Party. Although I don't think I'm down to drink 700 cans of Busch Light. That seems like a lot for me. I don't drink a lot. I just drink often. That's what I say. You know who else hasn't been here tonight?
Hanging AZ.
Hanging AZ. Butt Stuff Ben. Whiskey Uncensored.
Butt Stuff has not pulled out, yeah. I don't think Butt Stuff is pulling out. He knows
What
that Lauren.
the hell?
He knows that Lauren isn't here.
You know that Lauren isn't here, that's true. But to be fair, I have not stopped in at one of his live streams. I've tried, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
On the days that he doesn't stream.
We need to make.
I need to set a reminder.
We need to make me a Casey.
All you have to do is make one.
Oh really? Okay.
You just go on YouTube, new account, You might need an email, so you just make a Casey at Bourbon Bar, whatever email, or Casey the Bourbon Bar at gmail.com. Just make one of those, and then
Yeah, because I got more time than you do.
That's fair, especially since I'm starting school again.
Yeah.
Pulltown, USA is another name for Bowling Green, Ohio, off 75, 20 minutes south of Toledo. Hey, Toledo was a call that we used in football to call audibles. Toledo! Remember that?
We should have used. Yeah, here we go.
Shut the fuck up.
I got you.
That's so horrible.
That's great. Yeah, here we go. For anybody that watches football, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, here we go.
Shut up.
Oh,
Holy shit.
the Cowgirls. Anyway,
Hey.
this I don't particularly like. Oh, like wine finish, especially sherry finish, but this is
That is.
a lot different to me.
I feel struggle saying this, but I think that's the best wine finish I've ever had in my life.
Possibly be.
I can't personally think of anything on the shelf that I think is better than that for wine finished. Maybe Angel's Envy cast strength.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Maybe.
And this is what, $70?
Yeah. Less than half the price.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
A third of the price, actually.
Hey, we've almost been on for 2 hours.
True.
How you feeling? Ready to log off, or should we do one more? 8 year?
I don't know.
It's up to you, boss. You're the one who has to drive.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should.
I mean, walk.
Yeah.
He's walking home. No, he's staying here. You can come to work with me tomorrow. You're gonna join the party. I'm gonna bring a keg of beer.
As long as it isn't spotted cow, we're good. I don't know. When you grow up with spotted cow, it's just not as special anymore.
Just emailed you a link from this video for this past August from Handshake Back Guys. Kick ass 30-second video. Do you want me to show it on here? I'll show it on here. I just need to know. I just want to watch it first. Just to be safe. Stu, the name.
Yeah.
To be fair, Ohio and Wisconsin, it's the Midwest still.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, this is.
Oh, annihilating that corn for sure. Hey, that was spotted cow. I saw it. All right, looks clean enough. We'll pause it, restart it, and show the gang. God, my hair looks like shit. All right, guys, here it is. Bowling Green, Ohio. This is the Pulltown, USA. Tractor pulls, shotgunning beers, classic. Oh, boobies, nice. Another shotgun. See, I would be that guy with the electric chair.
Electric.
Not the one that shocks your head, but the one that you drive. Rolling coal, solid. You ever sit inside a tractor tire and roll down the hill?
No.
I mean, drinking Miller Lite. That's Wisconsin beer.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't mind High Life, to be fair. See, you know when they were, okay, at the end of this video, when they're sipping up the stands, that's what it's like for everyone after a Packer game.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be that bad, but yeah.
Maybe not that bad, but that looks like a lot of fun. I'm a little old for that, though. That's me with the spotted. Oh, really? Hell yeah.
Not bad.
Very good, very good. It's been us chatting with fucking Happy with Full Party all night. Where the hell's everyone else?
Yeah,
Not that I don't like that. It's been very nice getting to know you, Happy with Full Party. By the way, We do this every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Sometimes Casey's here, sometimes he's not. Otherwise, my wife normally joins me. We do a lot of whiskey stuff. We do a lot of drinking, so you might like to stop by. But yeah, that's great. This is great. That's great. All the whiskey we had tonight is great, to be fair. Tom Morrow has made,
run one of the night.
LF
Limestone Distillery has some really good stuff.
Yep. What is it?
It's Limestone
Farms.
Yeah, that's right. It's not
What did you call it? Leadstone?
Ledgestone.
We have a Leadstone here in near Green Bay that we go to.
Yeah.
So.
Limestone Farms. Really good whiskey. Check it out. Go to their website and use code LF15 to get 15% off on any whiskey.
Yes. Check out the link. Sure, he posted it up earlier, but otherwise just look up Ledgestone Farms Distillery.
Yep.
That'll be good. LF15, 15% off their whole store, which use that code to buy their private select because that is...
Or buy all of them because they're all good.
They are all really good. But if I had to choose one...
Oh, yeah.
They're all really good, though. I mean, honestly, even the $60 one, if you're on a budget and you want to try something from them, this $60 whiskey is, like...
pretty damn good. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Very nice. But that being said, thank you all so much for being here tonight. We love you all. And if you're not subscribed to the Bourbon Bar, please do that. Also, if you're not members of the channel, we have a membership program. It's either $2 or $7 a month. It gives you exclusive access to content early, which maybe I should stop saying because we don't hardly release any content early anymore because I'm very busy. But we do have like t-shirts that are coming. There are Christmas sweaters. The link for that is in the description. And you get, stickers and emojis and that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to become members, please go ahead and do that. Also, lick the like and like the lick. Hit the like button. You guys know how it's done here at Bourbon Bar. It's free. It tastes like whiskey. It's a good cause. Sugar Kitty's not here to say it, or maybe he is. He's probably jumping around because Sugar Kitty's a G like that. But lick the like, obviously. But that being said, Casey, how do you feel about the whole night? Let's do a little recap.
I think anybody that wants to try good new whiskey, definitely check out Limestone Farms. I think...
Yeah. Especially, I'm excited to see what they taste like, so they're building their distillery now, and they're going to do pot distilling, like Woodford Reserve and other whiskeys. Yeah. I'm really excited to see what their own juice tastes like, because this is all blended from other distilleries in Kentucky. True. But I'm very, very curious to see what they can offer for their own distillate.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that'll definitely be a good hot spot to go to in Kentucky. I know there's quite a few distilleries that are kind of get up and moving, but if this whiskey is that promising, can't wait to see what you guys make.
It's very apparent that the master distiller knows what he's doing.
Okay.
The master blender or whoever is making these whiskeys, they know what they're doing. So I find it hard to believe that they can make whiskey that's going to be worse than what we tasted today.
But I would 100% agree with that. And you know what? If you haven't checked out New Riff, do it.
That's true.
They make some good stuff too.
Full send. That being said, High Proof Full Party. What day of the week do you guys live stream? Tuesdays. Thank God it's Tuesday. Part of the TGIT crew. Tuesdays at 6 o'clock Central Standard. So make sure you're here. 6 o'clock Central, 7 Pacific.
Usually around about 2 hours, maybe a little less.
Yeah, it's
depending on the night.
Hour to 1 to 2 hours. It depends on the night. But that being said, thank you all so much for being here. We love you all, and we will see you all in the next class.
Cheers. That could have been
holy shit!
Damn.
Bye.